Doghouse Heads Up Madness, round number 3, the final 4. Playing against David, is a very established poker player, has a few World Series of Poker bracelets actually, so very, very tough opponent here going into the final 4. I look down at the first hand and I get pocket queens. What a first hand. I raise the 600. He makes it 1700. Now, I want to keep his bluffs in there. I know he's capable of bluffing. Very much so. So I want to keep his bluffs in. He does not expect me to have pocket queens here without me raising him back. An ace-high flop, not good. But also, I don't have to be necessarily scared here. He makes it 1600 on the bet here. I make the call. Now a king comes out. I mean, if there could be a worse card, I don't know what it is. But that is a really bad card. Also puts a club draw out there. I do have the queen of clubs. Now he goes off and bets 3800. Again, he could have an ace. He could have a king. He could also have 8-6. Many things. Now a 5 on the river. And I'm waiting. I plan on just checking this down if I can. And most likely calling a bet as well. All right, he makes a check, and I check. And he says that he has a pair of 5s. I table my queens. It's good. All right, on to the next big hand here. Ace-Jack offsuit, two black cards. Great hand, got to raise it up to my standard 600. I have noticed that he will play everything in watching him from playing previous rounds. He does make many calls pre-flop. All right, so queen 8-3 with 2 spades. I have a backdoor straight and flush draw. Plus my ace high is probably good most of the time. I bet 700 here. And he's thinking about it. He calls the 700. And we go to the turn. It does hit a 6 of spades, so now I pick up my flush draw with the nut flush draw. He checks again. I have to continue here, so I continue with 1500. I want to keep stringing him along, especially if I make my hand. And he does make the call. 9 of clubs on the river. I'm just going to take my equity here. He checks, I check.
Ace high.
And he has a pair of 3s with ace 3. So I do realize that he will call with a pair. Just a single pair. That was bottom pair. So here we go to the next hand. Ace 10 suited. Pretty much the same as I said. Got to raise with this one. Raise it up to my normal 600. And he makes a call. Off to a flop. Here we go. 3 of diamonds. Jack of clubs. 5 of spades. He checks. I check. 8 of hearts. And I bet he... Here we go on to the next hand. King 10 offsuit. I have the button. I'm going to raise it up. Standard 600. He does like to call it regardless of what cards he has. Flop coming out ace high. Definitely betters my range compared to his.
Okay.
He does
check.
check.
That was a check, David.
I bet 700 as the C bet. Pretty standard by me. Him not raising me means that he's trying to float to see if he connects it with anything. The 9 of clubs on the turn doesn't help me at all. He checks this for a second time. Double barreling. He tends to let it go if he doesn't have any kind of connectivity to the board. And he does let it go. All right. He's got the button. He raises it up to 600. I look down at 9-5 offsuit. Has a small amount of connectivity. And I'm gonna go ahead and float just to see what I can get here. I do connect a little bit. 7-8 ace on the flop. I have a gut shot with a 6.
600?
He bets 600. So he C bets it.
Call.
And I make the call. Now onto the turn, a queen of clubs. I do check to see what he's going to do. He checks back. And a 4. I have nothing, so I can't win here unless if I make a bet. But I don't know exactly what I could be betting for value here.
1600.
1600. He looks down and thinking about what to do here.
Good call.
He does go ahead and make the call, and he flips over 8-6.
Locks up on your heads up, man.
It's been a lot of stress pulling in pots.
Oh, for sure.
After a couple hands, we are looking down. He does limp, which is the first time the whole match he's done that. 9-6 off. Flop comes out 10-3 deuce. No help for me, just some backdoor straights and flushes. I check, he checks. Now an ace of hearts comes on the turn. I check again. And he throws out a bet of 1500. Now I do have a flush draw here, but that's it. 9 could be good, but queen on the river. He continues with a bet of 18. I just let it go, and I played it bad. All right. After another couple hands, David makes it 600. I look down at king 7. I'm going to start applying pressure now to him. He's been somebody that I feel like I can manage post flop. So I want to start building up some pots and taking advantage of it. He does make the call for 1700 after I raise him. And bingo. 2 pair, top 2 pair. It's always great when you can 3-bet and hit top 2 pair. Now, because he did raise and call, I know he has something that's decent here.
No, he meant your telephone.
So I make a bet of 1200 and he calls. Normally I would check that, but nothing. Now a diamond does come in. I do not have a diamond, but I still have 2 pair here. So I'm going to continue because I want to see if he does hit the flush. And I know where I'm at. 3500 and he makes a fold. Alrighty. Now we pick up king 8 offsuit, so a little bit of an upgrade. I raise to 600. Standard raise here. He's thinking about what he wants to do. He raises it to 1800. He 3x's my bet. So we're in opposite rolls this hand compared to last hand. So I call with king high. Now this is deuce, deuce, 4 of spades. Now I know I have a spade. Now he most likely is not connecting with any of this flop. He could have ace 5, ace 3. He could have a pair. Even ace 4, but it's unlikely. So he makes it 1600. I'm going to float here to see the turn. Now with the 7 of spades on the turn, I do pick up a flush draw. And I want to see what he does. Now he shuts down.
Check.
And he checks, and then I check back. Now a jack, that does hit his range. So I'm a little concerned with this. So I'll have to see what he does.
Check.
He checks, and
King high.
I'm kind of indifferent on what to do. I check. He says queen high. I win. And now the blinds are at 200, 400. He raises it to 1,000. I look down at a suited ace, ace 4 of diamonds. This is easily a hand that I can 3-bet, but I do want to mix up my play. I don't want to raise all my stronger hands. So I do go ahead and decide just to call to let him, an aggressive player, keep the aggression. Now the flop comes out favorable for me, having 3-3-4. I know I'm ahead. Now a deuce, so now I have a gut shot as well. I know I'm still ahead here, but I want to start putting chips into the middle, so I bet 1,500. Now, without him betting on the flop, I know that I am good, that I'm ahead. So I'm not worried about an overpair. So he's thinking about what to do here, and he decides to raise it to 4,500. Now I know that I'm ahead. Again, as I said, he could have a club draw, he could have a gut shot. I go ahead and call because I plan on checking. It does come out really favorable for me. Now if he did have a 5, I'm behind now, obviously. But I am check calling no matter what his bet is. So I did check, and now he's deciding on what he wants to do. I do have the chip lead on him.
Call.
And he bet 6,500. I snap call him, and he says that I'm good. Flip over my 2 pair, on to the next hand.
Did the 5.
Yeah, the 5 you make
A big straight, yeah.
everything.
All right. Now our opponent has about 10,000 left in chips. So I am going to start trying to apply pressure against him on how I'm playing. He does make the raise to 900. 5-6 suited. Of course, I'm going to make this call. But if I connect, I'm going to be taking advantage of it. Now 6-7 deuce. I hit middle pair. I have gut shot straight, or not gut shots. Runner straight, running flush. I bet 1,100. And with him only calling, I know he likes to float. So the 9 of spades on the turn. Now, I am betting in increments of chips that he has because I'm wanting him to call. I'm wanting him to put his chips in behind. With 2,000, he makes the call. Now a spade. I know he doesn't have a spade because he would have he would have gone all in on the turn. So obviously he doesn't have it. I bet the rest of his chips, and he makes a fold.
Yeah.
You come on.
Raise.
Down four.
It's about 7,000.
You know, what minute?
I raised you with not much. So
All the hand, I got to him, I kept blocking him up, blocking him.
So after a few hands of him applying aggression, I'm going to pick my spots better. Coming up with an ace here, I am 100% going to raise, make it just 900. I want him to be able to call with any 2 cards because I want to play it post flop against him. He does make the call. Off to a flop we go.
Don't know me. My name's Paul.
Ace 6-3, obviously a good flop for me. He checks.
You're so sweet.
I want to keep him in. I put a small bet in. He just folds. All right, I look down at ace 10 offsuit. I mean, obviously I'm going to be raising here. I'm going to keep it consistent, make it 900. I want to keep all of his cards in there because I'm trying just to milk him, just to slowly take chips from him, applying pressure. Of course, it helps with good hands and the window card being an ace. So ace 4-8, all rainbow on the flop. Of course, I have top pair. Again, I'm going to keep applying the pressure. I make it 1,100. I will not be slowing down anymore and trying to trap him. It's just not needed anymore with the amount of chips he has left. He's only got about 6,000 in chips after making the pre-flop call, so let's see what he does. It looks like he's going to go for a raise here. He makes it 3,300.
All in.
It's easy for me to just put in the rest of it. He does make the call. I show the ace.
Good luck, bro.
He has 9-4. 8 on the turn is great. Only gives him 2 outs and the deuce. I win. Final round. Here we go.